Welcome to another Hollow Knight boat tourney race. Our racers tonight will be Seth versus Kuroquato, and our gimmicks will be lovers and real journal rando. Gonna be a great time. And with me on comms, I have Maso. Hi, Maso.
Hello, hello.
And also AP is doing restream. Thanks, AP. All right. Maso, do you want to count down our runners once they're ready?
Sure.
So Lover's Real Journal Rando is going to be interesting. We got all of the gateway checks plus all of the, sheer number of enemies.
Yeah, there are a lot of extra checks.
And then looking at this board is kind and not kind. We have all of the random obtain goals have more than one random obtain for them, but also Beat Coliseum Zote is on the board, and I believe, complete quest line is on the board.
All right, and our runners should be off any moment now. So our starts are in Fungal Waste and in Green Path. So we're probably going to see the Fungal player shade skip to Crossroads.
It's one of my favorite shade skips.
Okay, or we're just going to find Dash at the second enemy in the game and not have to do the shade skip at all.
Wow, so rolling a Dash first seed. This is unlike you, it's not a character.
Look, you never call a seed... Okay, that's just disgusting. Okay. Bye. I'm just kidding. But we've seen Wings, Dash, and Claw between our teams.
Wow. Next thing you know, we'll just have C-Dash at Leggy there.
I was about to say, I hope Oat goes to Green Path Stag before going up the cliffs. Otherwise, she could miss that Wings, but not happening. Oh, there's a dive, by the way, in Green Path. QG Stag also in Green Path.
So 5 minutes in, the entire map is basically open at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
They still don't have city access, but...
That is true. No city access at this point.
Yeah, I get the feeling that the pathing is going to diverge wildly this seed, which will be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, there's a Dream Nail. And Queen Station Stag. Mask Shard. Actually, the lever specifically. So, Kuroquato are probably going to find that very quickly. I think Kuro just started autopiloting that lore tablet and then realized, wait, this is not actually a lore seed.
It's really easy to do. Especially in Green Path.
Claw was at the... Yeah, right there at the exploding husk in Fungal.
Alright, pink team coming across Wings now.
Yep. And it shouldn't be too long before they find Dive as well. We've seen 2 of her Fragile Charms already as well.
Could be looking at a record boat here.
And, I mean, we could, but you never know, especially with some of these random obtains. Obtaining 2 nail arts can definitely be sneaky difficult.
Yeah. Agreed.
So I think here we look at, okay, how are our runners going to get into city is the next thing I'd be looking for.
Yeah.
And it looks like Seth might be headed to Deep Nest, which if so, I really like this play. With TRJR, I always advocate going to unique areas generally because they tend to have unique enemies.
Yeah.
And Deep Nest is a big area with a decent number of unique enemies. So,
Yeah. Crystal Peaks would be another really good option.
it would, although getting there would be difficult, although less difficult for Brown Team now because Dirtmouth Station Door also in Green Path.
Yeah.
Kuro finding Grimchild at the Palm Relic, that's something that Oat and Seth could theoretically miss for a while with just how much is open.
Yeah. Same time, it looks like Oat is going through cliffs, which means Oat will likely be getting at least the tents unblocked.
Yes. The real journal rando is what TRJR stands for. Because there already was technically journal rando, but it was only static entries. Alright, we've seen our first Pale Ore from the Green Path Vessel Fragment. And there's a white fragment from Mimics. Kuro in Crossroads. Quado in Dirtmouth. Free Sprint Master from Upper Deep Nest Corner is quite nice.
Both teams are maintaining pretty steady check counts too, so
Yeah, both of these routes are pretty good at this point.
yeah. Quado's going into peaks.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get very far, but they are going to get this white fragment from the Mimics.
Yeah.
Oat opting to skip Joni's Dark Room. And there's an Arcane Egg from the Crossroads Stag.
Who knows, maybe Oat wants the bench first before going back, because Joni's can be still very risky.
That's true. Did Oat get Motto Bench?
Oat did not get Motto bench yet.
Okay.
At least I'm fairly certain.
Is that the other Fragile Heart that Seth found, or was that just an enemy that was also in, like, Crossroads?
Oh, there's our first Wraiths.
Yep, in Stagnest.
Is that Oat's stream just glitching out there, or was that the game?
That was just the Discord stream.
Alright.
The Twitch stream appears to be fine.
Cool.
I too missed what was at Egg Shop, so...
I don't remember seeing anything too important.
Okay, there's the second Pale War for Kuro Quado. Yeah, I would say Oat should probably go to Crystal Peak after this.
Yeah.
And Seth should probably go to Crossroads by Leg Eater. And there's Stagna Stag in Howling Cliffs.
Thanks,
which
Gorb.
means you're not avoiding the walk up here.
Gorb just wanted you a stag.
Okay, there's our third fragile charm between the two teams, is at these Husk Warriors that only show up in this one room.
Be curious to see how much time Real Journal Rando adds on average. A lot of the enemies you don't have to go too far out of your way to kill. I think that's part of it though, is just pathing.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, there's the last fragile charm for Kuroquado. And I think we're really starting to see a check difference open up. I think Oat and Seth are at 65, Kuroquado are at 85. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Seth going into Dark Nest here. Yeah, Kuroquado are extremely efficient at clearing areas. It's why they're undefeated so far in this tournament.
Yeah. They're going to be a terrifying force come elimination brackets.
Oh, for sure. Seth's dropping down the room outside Galen in a way that I have not seen in quite some time. But yeah, I think Seth doing Dark Deep Nest here is a mistake, because you're leaving Oat with way too much to do with Crystal Peak and Crossroads.
Yeah. Especially considering how dangerous this can be.
Then again, Seth could also be going for the long shot play if they think that if they are doing the same things as Kuroquado, then they might think, well, we don't have a chance, so we need to do something a little out there. And maybe we get bailed out that way. Which is not impossible.
Yeah.
But I would still like to see Crossroads cleared before this.
On the other hand, they do have the movement for it.
They do.
Although if there's you can get through it pretty quickly.
Yeah, if there's a random obtain back here, though, I think that Kuroquado could probably sniff out pretty quickly where exactly it is. Because there's not a ton of places that they haven't been that Oat and Seth can get to.
Oh, some of it's just at corner for map and Crossroads.
Yep. Corner for apparently also Hollowness resident swimming instructor. Today we learned.
Oh, looks like Quado's going back for Dark Journeys.
Yeah, looks like it.
Extremely clean Dark Journeys.
So, Kuroquado opted to pick up Monomon at Grubs. Oat and Seth did not. And I will say, I definitely think that getting infection here is the right call with TRJR.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of unique enemies with infection. There's Shade Soul in Weaver's Den.
It could help a little bit.
It will help a lot with Infected Crossroads.
Yeah.
There's Dash Slash, so there's one of the 2 nail arts. Okay, Spire Upper Gate at Sly, I believe.
Alright. So that's Watcher Knight's access.
Yes, that's Watcher Knight's access as soon as we figure out a way into City, which we still have not seen yet. Alright, I
Infected
assume...
Crossroads. I can see you waiting to make sure you have Crossroads Stag and Slooper Bench first. So that way you have the shortcut unlocked.
I mean, possibly, but with TRJR, you're gonna be going around anyways for all the enemies. So the shortcut doesn't actually save time. Okay, there's Spore Shroom by Moloch. Alright. Oh, seeing what Salubra has to offer. See, there's some essence there. A couple of charms. And Peak Skate above chest, which is pretty useless. Quado now in Queen's Gardens. And going to be rewarded by Marmu with Stalwart Shell. Looks like Kuro is cleaning up Crossroads, and then I would take a guess that they're going to go to Crystal Peak after this.
Yeah.
Because you can basically full clear it right now.
Actually, is there any checks you can do with only C-Dash? No, I think they can full clear it.
Yeah, I believe they can full clear it. And there's Mantis Lord's access from an infected enemy. And King Soul from a Light Seed. Seth talking to Maskmaker.
I'm not sure I would have done that quite yet, because that reveals that they're doing Dark Deepness, so if anything's here, Kuro and Quado just know.
For sure. Especially because you can get the Beast Den bench and just come back later. Okay, there's City Crest in the Peak Dive-Egg entrance, so that is the city access that we've been looking for.
City, another one of those areas with a lot of unique enemies. Although usually for that, I just do City Arena and get most of the enemies in fell swoop.
They actually can kill the Mimic in Crystal Peak, but that's because they have the Dirtmouth Elevator lever. They've actually already done so. Yeah, levers will make Peak a little more annoying to clear, but it is all gettable. And the other side of that is that all those levers are now checks. So that means Crystal Peak is even denser. Alright, there's the third Fragile Charm for Oat and Seth. And West Sanctum Lower Gate doesn't really help.
Yeah.
Quado going into Fog Canyon. As Kuro is doing Crystal Mound. Probably going to go into Resting Grounds from here.
I think at this point they're probably just pretty methodically clearing areas.
Yeah, and there's Void Heart from the Overgrown Mound lever.
It's movement this early. I would probably just go area by area to make keeping track of things easier.
Yeah. There's Elevator Pass at Hera. So that is going to be the city access for Oat and Seth.
And that gives Oat access to Oat Check.
It does.
I really hope Oat does Oat Check.
Okay. So, do we have Petra Arena Gate yet?
I don't remember whether it was seen or not.
Our restreamer pointing out in chat that E-Pass versus City Crest definitely makes a difference with levers, and that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
It's a different set of levers that you can get to. And getting that Spire upper gate. Have we seen Spire bridge gate yet? If we have, then that's quite a big advantage for Oat and Seth being able to get to Right City.
Not just Right City, but also Edge access too.
Yeah. There's City Storerooms gate from Divine.
I think between those two items, they have access to most city now.
Yes, for sure.
Major exception being Sanctum.
Yeah. Brown team can't get to Right City through the fountain climb, as chat points out. So, until that Storerooms gate, I would have preferred having City Crest, but it no longer matters. Because, well, that lever opens up everything that either City Crest or Elevator Pass didn't in City. Kuro making sure to kill this Great Husk Sentry. Definitely a heads up play. Very sneaky. Just kind of sitting over there. And Oat is going to be getting that Monomon.
Don't see anything on Leg Eater.
No, Leg Eater seemed pretty useless.
Quado is headed into Deep Nest. I wonder if they will push into Dark Nest like Seth did, or decide to go elsewhere.
I would be surprised if Quado decides to push into Dark Nest here, but they very well could, because they need to go there at some point anyway.
Yeah. At the same time, they know Oat and Seth have been there, and they didn't mark any random obtain, so...
Alright, and there is Shade Cloak from the Seer. Chat saying Quado knows Darkness better than you know Dark Deepness being able to see it.
Quado probably...
I won't disagree with that. It's just a matter of efficiency there.
Yeah, Quado could probably clear Dark Deepness faster than I could clear Light Deepness, so...
And there's a Bishriek at the Sharp Shadow check.
Oh, doing Oat check.
And getting some essence for it.
A little nice reward. Was there anything at Seer?
Seer had Shade Cloak.
Okay.
Alright. Not sure where Kuro is headed. Do they need Soul for Crypts?
Most likely.
And the other Shade Cloak in City of Tears, by the way, so that essence at Ochek is not going to be very helpful.
Oh. Oh, we're about to see what's at Flower Quest.
Yep. And drumroll, please.
Isma's tier.
Isma's tier.
It's just decided to be a no tier seed.
I mean, there is a dupe Isma's out there somewhere.
True. But for all we know, it's a Path of Pain.
That's true. Alright, meanwhile, we've seen QG Stag from Quado Kuro. We could see an early Trader Lord play here with Cloth questline being on the board. Trader Lord is going to be required at some point.
Yeah. It'd be good to have Basin done first, though. That way you can not have to backtrack.
I mean, since it's either ending, you can do it in either order, and you can just talk to Cloth in Dirtmouth afterwards.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, that check difference gradually growing. Going from, it's now 196 to 152 in Brown Team's favor. And we're seeing our first look at Waterways from Oat.
I think also our first look at Right Fungal.
Yes, I believe that is the case.
Since Coliseum's Oat is on the board, I really want to know what's at Bretta and GPC.
Alright, Seth is going to be going into Right City. I believe that will be our first look at that. There's Weaver Song from Kuro. So that is a ram to obtain. And there's Elegant Key in the King Station Arena. With Oat being in Left City, we could see that very soon.
Auto going for the Dark Deepness play.
Yeah. Palace Entrance Orb from Left City. All right, Quado about to get that Shade Soul here in Weaver's Den. And Seth is in Kingdom's Edge. It's our first look here. Got a couple of required goals. So here I think... Oat probably has better access to right fungal than Seth does right now. But I don't think by very much. Because I think Seth started in fungal and Oat has waterways.
Could very well see Oat doing Bretta through waterways. Mantis Village, like Eki said in chat, is a good play. Considering they have the lever for it. And in lever random, Mantis Village becomes very nice.
There are a ton of levers down here. And Dashmaster behind that Elegant Key.
Oh, that'll be a nice little advantage for Oat Seth.
Yeah, Oat could take the City Crest dive floor as well, as chat points out. Though I would certainly be a little nervous about having Oat do Bretta with Seth being in Kingdom's Edge. And if they're planning on having Oat doing Bretta, Oat should do Bretta as soon as possible.
Yeah. There's a very low chance of GPZ locking something, but if it does, you definitely want to know.
For sure. Alright, Seth going for that 420 Geo-Rock. Oh, Seth didn't bring enough soul down. That's unfortunate.
Oh, I've made that mistake too many times to count. Part about it. This part of Edge is all about soul management.
It really is. Alright, let's see what the Mantis Lord's rewards have. is going to QG.
Today I learned you can hit the chest through the floor.
Yeah, you can. Quick Slash in Mantis Village is pretty nice. West Sanctum Upper Gate. I believe that was... Yeah, that was in QG. That's on the other claw being in the back of Sanctum.
Oat and Seth are closing the gap a bit with check counts.
That's true, 201 to 233. Alright, Steph giving us I believe our first look at Markov. Kuro in Fungal Core. And there's a simple key for Markov. Oh, not killing the Aluba with Shade Soul. Certainly a decision. Also, Dreamgate from Markov Essence. Because, thanks game.
Thanks, game. See, there's more of the Masticated I've come to know and love.
Alright, oh, seems to be headed up in the general direction of Trader Lord. But she's not going to keep going. Alright, looks like Quado is going to be going to right side Fog Canyon via the Shade Gate.
This will be our first look at the rest of Fog Canyon.
With dive, swim, and plenty of movement, I'm surprised to not see Oat pushing waterways more.
Yeah, Junk Pit is a really good area, and then Waterways has plenty of unique enemies for TRGR.
Yeah, and Flukeworm is a goal. So you have to do it anyways. And you've already spent the simple key to get down there. Alright, Kuro checking Bretta. And going straight to Dirtmouth.
Seth opting to do Hornet too, so we'll get to curse checks pretty soon.
Kuro accidentally leaving Bretta's house. And just Howling Cliffs map at GPZ. And a third Pale War for Kuro and Quado. Oat and Seth still have none. Oh, they're about to get their first one right here. And there's Shopkeeper's Key at the Spike Grub lever. Which means I believe this is our first look at Crystal Peak really in depth at all.
Yeah. Oh, it's going back into waterways.
Wait, did Seth actually break the Geo Rocket Edge? I didn't see it actually get broken, but I also...
I don't remember. Did anyone in chat see?
Dupe dive at Shio. Chat confirming that they did not. Okay.
Oh, they ran out of soul.
Okay, Oat going back into waterways. And there's a King's Brand in Crystal Peak from Cornifer. See, now I think Quado is going to check that elevator pass, making sure that they don't get burned by something important being there. Shouts to Flukemongo programming, by the way. They just get stuck in the corner like that.
Not realize that was a thing. Learning so many new things today.
Kuro needs to be a little careful to not die to CG2. Okay. Dupe Dash and Dupe Wings both in Junk Pit.
Junk Pit super stacked, but at the same time not stacked at all.
Yeah. Alright, there's a Woken Dreamnail at Colo 2.
Oh, that's interesting.
We could be seeing a lot of Kalos this seed. With Kalozo being on the board, Colo 2 having a Woken Dreamnail, and TRJR being a gimmick.
Yeah, because with TRGR, the strat I normally take is to just do Colo 3 up until the Death Loodle, and I could see you 90% of the enemies there.
Yeah, but that's not going to be an option for this rando.
Yeah, so the goal and the obtain really throw a wrench in things.
Also, Pale Lurker making sure that everybody is awake.
Thanks, Pale Lurker, for fully waking me up from my nap.
Alright, it looks like Kuro is going to be doing Hollowness Crown here. That will be one of the two Pale Lore checks. Palace Entrance Orb for Quado and Kuro. I know we've seen Palace, both Palace left and Palace right orbs. And both teams have gotten Palace Entrance. I'm just not sure if either team has all three. Oh, the check fell in the water. That is unfortunate.
No.
But reloading the room, it'll just respawn next to Pale Lurker's corpse. And I'm not sure... Okay. I don't think Seth knew what they were doing either. Alright, Seth going into Colo 1.
I don't think they know what's at GPZ yet, so this is a bit of a risky play for them.
It is, although it's not one that's going to punish them.
Yeah.
killing this Great Husk Sentry through the floor. And we're seeing our first look at Hollow enemies from Seth. Great Prince Zote does not matter this seed. And there's Glowing Womb. Seth has saved Zote. Okay. That is important and would explain this Kala 1 play quite a bit.
Yeah.
Also, Second Dreamer is at nail 2.
It's a lot less risky, I guess, if you can just have Seth go and save Preda after this and be fine. Masa, would you allow bonus entries as an extra gimmick?
I would need to ask Vale about that one.
I have to remember that for later.
Alright, Oat buying the Dirtmouth elevator. We know there's nothing important up there. Hidden Station Stag in Crystal Peak. And Quado is in Waterways. So I expect to see a Waterways full clear here from Quado.
I'm looking at the random obtains, and we still need True Ending, so at least one more Dreamer, and Shaman Stone Spell Twister.
That is correct.
The teams are pretty close to being in go mode.
Yes. Both teams now have Void Heart. There's Spire Bridge Gate at Milototem. Alright, Pink getting their first look at Crystal Peak. Kuro about to get this Elegant Key. And I did not see where Quado just warped out of. Alright, Quado heading over to Dung Defender.
Oh, Isthmus Tier could be cursed. Check Isthmus Tier, specifically the goal.
Yeah. We don't have Crystal Heart, we don't have Isthmus Tier.
And then what other tiers is that Flower Quest?
And one of the tiers is a Flower Quest. And I believe it is logically doable. Which is pretty gross.
Oh, is that Sanctum Entrance?
That is indeed Sanctum Entrance. Quado going to go down to Basin before checking Isthmus Grove. Makes sense, given that can't check Isthmus Tier at the moment. Nothing from Gorgeous Husk. Seeing Elder Who here from Seth, which I don't think we've seen yet.
I think Kuro opted to skip it. We are also getting our first look into Basin. And Abyss, too.
Yes. Looks like Quado is setting up for Cloth Questline. And there's Tram Pass at the Basin Pale War. So fortunately for Oat and Seth, with 2 Pale War goals being on the board, it's highly likely that they find that. The only question is, when do they find it? Because neither of them are even remotely in the vicinity. Oat finding the Right Pilgrim's Way bridge while Seth is in the room. I don't think I've seen that happen before.
Wow. The timing on that. Kuro ended up having to warp out of this room. The Thorn's being incredibly rude, though.
Yeah, the Thorns hitboxes on the way back are atrocious. They extend much lower on the right side than they have any right to. Alright, Kuro doing Watcher Knights as Quado's doing Trader Lord.
I think they're starting to clear out some of the goals. When they're in go, they can just go.
Yeah. These are goals that need done, so may as well do them now. Especially when the checks are there, maybe they're checks they need.
And there's a decent number of checks locked behind them, too.
Alright, that is Cloth Questline done from Quado. Dupe Wraiths at the Mantis Lord's access lever. Not really going to help Oat and Seth very much.
Seth opting not to equip Dashmaster.
Alright, looks like Quado is going to be skipping Hive, at least for now. I would like to see that at some point, probably, from Quado, but definitely not before the rest of Edge.
Oh, did Kuro forget to hit the lever after Dunk Defender?
Well, the lever's a check.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's actually incredibly rude for the Isma's goal.
Yeah, that's what makes the Isma's goal bad. If the lever wasn't randomized, it would be fine.
Are we gonna see mag skip from Kuro?
If we see Mag Skip in a rando tournament, I might actually cry. Alright, Oat making it through the Crystal Heart Gauntlet on 1 HP. Never worried. I think a little miscommunication there from Kuro and Quado. Kuro not realizing that Quado had already gotten the Broken Bridge Relic. Alright, Quado about to get his Dream Gate. Alright. I'm sure Kuro would have liked that about a minute sooner.
It'll still be nice having that going into Abyss, though.
That is true. And we have not seen any Abyss from either team yet. And we will still not be seeing any Abyss from either team because Kuro just warped out.
Where's Kuro headed to? What's Kuro thinking?
I did see that Kuro missed a lever here. So maybe they're just cleaning that up.
They might be going into Sanctum as well.
They are going to Sanctum, I think. Because the lever was not in that direction. Quado getting City Storm Stag as Kuro is on the way to Sanctum. Definitely not as annoying as it would be if they had C-Dash, which we still have not seen yet.
It's not an Abyss or Sanctum, and it's truly an awful location.
I want to see progression in White Palace, and the runners have to do Call-Out too. I believe.
Dreamnail locked. Dreamnail. That would be crazy. We bring this from a baby seed to a cursed seed.
I think Quado got the accidental fake dive, which never what you want to see here. But Quado doing a better job of managing Soul than Seth was doing, so is going to have Soul to break this Geo-Rock.
C-Dash at Isma's in Shape of Wind would be so cursed, the AP.
That would be extremely cursed, and I would be all for that. Okay, Oat and Seth finally finding that Grim Child that Kuro and Quado found about 45 minutes ago.
Oh,
there's Isma's tier in West Waterways.
There's Palace Left Orb.
Yep, so I'm pretty sure that Kuro and Quado have all of the Palace Orbs they need to make progress, but they don't have that Awoken Dreamnail yet. Yes, everyone has the same seed, to answer the question in chat.
Now, if you were Oat and Seth, would you hide the fact that you have Ismas?
Oh, I hide it 100%.
Because that's probably going to make Quado Kuro think it's at someplace awful.
I absolutely would do that. I want Quado and Kuro looking in the most awful locations possible. Because West Waterways is pretty item dense, especially having the movement they have. Quado finding out about that Awoken Dream Nail at Kalo 2.
So I've been noticing that the check lead, while large, has been made consistent. So I think when Quado does Kalos, it will give time for Pink to catch up a bit.
Alright, Oat heading into Sanctum now as Kuro is checking the back. Seth getting what I believe it is Pink's first look into Resting Grounds.
Oh,
and there's Hera. So third Dreamer for Kuro Quado, and third named Dreamer at that.
We'll get to see what's at Black Egg soon.
And there's Descending Dark from Spirit's Glade for Seth. That will be all void spells for all of our runners. Kuro on 1 HP. I was about to say, don't die to Norman or I will make fun of you for all eternity, but Kuro did not die to Norman, so...
Yeah. I didn't realize the lawyer was nicknamed Norman.
Well, we know where the Dupe Business is already. It's at Flower Quest, so it's not going to be a Black Egg.
C-Dash could be a Black Egg.
C-Dash very well could be a Black Egg, and it very well could be the intended C-Dash.
C-Dash at Black Egg would be kind of cursed, making you have to do the walk all the way there.
You would at least have Dash, though. And Dash Master, too. Kuro going for Dab Knight, not getting it. Seth finding out about the Dupe Business tier. Probably having a little chuckle at that. Certainly more of a chuckle than Quado and Kuro are having at that.
Yeah, it's a relief for Pink Team. Horrifying for Brown Team.
Because Kuro Quado don't know about that other Dream Nail, so... Alright, Oat is doing Tyrant here. It looks like that Kuro bailed on doing Tyrant.
Could be very interesting. I think Oat is thinking that maybe they can get a slight edge if something's a Tyrant.
Yeah.
As you mentioned earlier, one of the ways to beat more experienced teams is to take risks with the obscure checks and hope you get RNG favors you.
Absolutely. Do things that you think the other team will not. Seth, meanwhile, going and doing our casual 1 hour Maulic check. Quado is finishing up Kala 1. And let's see what Tyrant has. Just a Mantis Lord's lever that we do not care about.
Yeah. So the thing with taking those risks, though, is if they don't pay off, it's a lot of time spent.
It very much is. Alright, Quado is going into Archives. Kuro in Birthplace. Birthplace like having the last Dream Nail. No Kalo 2 required. At least not for that Dream Nail.
There's VS for one of the dupes.
And Crystal Heart from Umu. That's pretty gross.
Yeah, that's really gross.
Earth Charge Lumify journal entry for Kuro Quado.
That gives Kuro Quado access to Ismus, though.
Yep, sure does. And they are just needing Shaman Stone Spell Twister at this point, I believe.
I think we'll probably see Seth start rushing more of these goals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a mean spot for 655 Geo.
Oh. Yeah, there's
in the acid.
Yeah, it's not Raptor Seal, but it's still really bad. Alright, Quado going into Hive. I definitely like this play.
Yeah.
Needing one random to obtain that neither team has.
And Hive with TRJR is a bit more dense.
Yes, Hive with TRJR is a pretty decent area.
At least late game.
Alright, where is Kuro going? Looks like Kuro's going back to Ismus tier.
So if we see Shaman or Spell Twister at Ismus tier, that would be... I would put them in go.
That would indeed put them in go mode. A restreamer in chat saying, a little surprised that we're not seeing Palace, which is valid.
Yeah. We might still see it yet.
Oh, there's the Duke Crystal Heart in Hive.
So pretty nasty C-dash locations.
Meanwhile, Seth is about to find the not dupe C-dash at Umu.
At least C-dash, as long as you have dash as one of those movement items you can live without.
Yeah. Kuro is going into White Palace. We have a bunch of palace levers. So, this makes a lot of sense. Alright, there's the 5th Paylor from Kuro and Quado.
The check lead could end up working a bit in Oat's favor. Oh, never mind. Looks like Kuro Quadro are in go, according to the bingo board.
Are you ahead on stream versus where? Oh, yes, you are. There is Spell
There it
Twister
is.
from White Palace. Quado is going to buy all of those map pins from Zelda. Now we'll also push Quado's spent geo up over 5,000.
So Pink immediately rushing the goals that they can.
Yeah.
Being curious to see if Oat can manage to get the quest line before they finish Radiance.
It would certainly be difficult. Seth going into Hollow 2.
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I would have expected to see Abyss before Hollow 2 here. There are plenty of different enemies here, I suppose, but Abyss still has a lot.
I would have had one teammate go for Trader Lord quest while the other clears out the two easier goals.
Yeah, Oat going for map pins and presumably for spending geo as well. Yeah, I don't think Oat's going to have enough time to finish off 12th quest line. Not unless we see some very serious spaghetti from Kuro or Quado here. Kuro on climb. And there's a GG in Racer Chat. And there's the GG from Quado.
So close. I believe that makes the final score 31-27.
Yes.
A valiant effort by Pink. GG's. Master AP, are you able to drag people over?
Oh. Yeah, I probably should do that, huh?
Horse.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, that was the Shaman Stone Celtus was very annoying.
Where was
it? Twister was at I think it was the kings, the dudes, the people who are prostrating before the king.
The Royal Retainer journalist.
Thank you, Meso.
I don't know the names.
Kuro, learn your Hollow Knight lore.
And I think Shaman Stone was at FC.
Yep, Shaman Stone at failed champion.
Yeah, that was pretty rude.
I was thinking of doing FC slightly early, but then I was like, nah, that like.
Oh, I called Kerr off it, and I feel bad now.
No, but it was the quote unquote right move to not do field champion. But yeah. So,
We thought you went to Palace.
yeah, I mean,
They
did Palace really
They
late.
did.
Like,
No.
it was the last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that was the
I'm
correct
caught up.
read. It was just a different dream nail that ended up getting found.
Where was the
Oh.
other dream nail?
Other dream nail was at Birthplace Egg.
No.
Oh, okay. we that was not on our mind at all.
Well, I did say we got Kingsbrand, but yeah.
Like we were just like, I think because we basically found nearly all like full movement within the first 5 minutes, which is kind of funny.
That was crazy.
We got like dash and then wings and then claw just like straight afterwards.
Yeah.
Cloak 9 seconds in, wings 31 seconds in, and then claw 1 minute 54 seconds in.
And then we didn't find C dash until like near the end, so that was something.
Yeah, same.
Oh, we actually found the other C-Dash dupe. It was in a hive.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, it's just annoying.
I was telling Kuro I was gonna try Magismus if that was outgo mode. I was gonna try it.
I was like, my first visit into the Isma's room was I was like thinking about doing it because like that's why I equipped like Sharp Shadow. I was like maybe, but then let's just do other checks. Hopefully find something.
I was hoping for it.
I was thinking about it. Then I kill all the horps, and I was like, should I?
So you knew one of the Ismas was at Flower Quest.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're going. The thought of Flower Quest I think didn't come up in our mind at all. So, yeah,
Oh, well, the other one was just at the Waterways egg. The middle egg. The Waterways egg.
The
We
swim
put you guys in
egg,
that
yeah.
distance
Swim-locked egg.
C-Dash because you guys were knocking the goals that were like.
We were
C-Dash.
hiding goals.
Hit on you
Yay!
up.
yeah, yeah. It's because you didn't want check Isma's tier, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we were like, okay, then Isma's definitely can't be in Waterways because you've done Waterways stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and then,
I
like,
did fluke farm and then I warped out.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Tricky,
so,
I always enjoy the mind games with.
like
Rando.
basically we were saying, nah, Shaman and Twister and like Isma C dash probably not there because they haven't marked check Isma's tier or Shaman Stone. So Twister.
Oh, how did you feel about the early movement this scene?
I love
That
it.
was like it was. Yeah.
I think all Randers should start like that.
Yeah, it was
fun.
nice.
I guess it was fun, but like I don't know. In my mind, I was like, "Oh, this either is gonna be a really fast seed or it's gonna be a decently long seed because random things are gonna be really annoying to find." So how easy it is. Like, yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed it.
So neither team found the Dupe Dreamer. That was at the end of Path of Pain.
Cool. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That doesn't sound like it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, any questions, comments from chat for our runners today?
Grab hat.
All right. Our next match is
I think we have 2 on Saturday now.
yes, there is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
no.
yeah.
Yes, one tomorrow in roughly trying to do math in my head. 16 hours.
Yeah, it's at 2:30 Eastern time, which is my time.
Oh, tomorrow?
Wait, there's one
That's 1:30 Eastern.
1:30 Eastern. I can do math.
Wait. That's Saturday. Tomorrow is
Saturday.
Friday.
That is correct. It's not tomorrow. It's 2 days from now.
It's okay, Masson. Neither of us can do time apparently. Yo, I'm gonna sign up for comms for that race. Yippee.
Yeah.
GG's, y'all.
Yippee.
Thanks, everyone.